So Jaguar fans, I want to apologize in advance for this video because I might come across like, I have a really big head, or I'm Mr. Know-It-All, or, I'm some football expert and I'm talking down on you guys. Please do not take this video as me doing that, okay? Because when I express my opinions, I'm very, very passionate about what I believe. And clearly from the title of the video, you see what I'm talking about. I've kind of already addressed this topic. I will link to that above. But the point is, I do not want Urban Meyer gone, okay? That is ridiculous, and I'll get into some further detail a little bit later on in this video. First thing I'd like to say is I'm disappointed in the most recent poll with like 70% of Jaguar fans wanting Urban Meyer gone. I am disappointed, and I've already made that video that I posted above about how disappointed I am in so many Jaguar fans for being fair weather, having the audacity to just want instant success and instant gratification. That's exactly the generation that we live in. Okay, you want whatever you want, whenever you want it, no matter how it comes. And that's the point. Look, Urban Meyer, this might be his one and only time coaching at the NFL. He's got one shot, one opportunity. This is everything he's ever wanted. Is he going to capture it or just let it slip? And damn it, I want Urban Meyer here. Now let's get into this video. So the first thing I want to say about Urban Meyer wanting to stay here is that we're in the first year of a rebuild. It's not that difficult. That is all you need to know. Regardless if we have 2 wins, 5 wins, 7 wins right now, 0 wins. We're in the first year of a rebuild. Brand new GM, brand new head coach, brand new coaching staff, top to bottom. Everybody's brand new, coaching together for the first time together. Okay? A lot of these players on the team are new. Okay? Now, let's just say for hypothetical situation, Urban Meyer was to let go today, or, at the end of the season. Think about the psychological effect that has on Trevor Lawrence. He's walking into a new situation, into the NFL, big boy league, okay? And he's building a relationship with a head coach who was brought in to develop a culture and develop Trevor Lawrence. Trevor and Urban look like they get along very, very well together. Looks like they've got a lot of mutual respect for each other and they work really well together. But damn it, they're both rookies and they're both learning every single day on and off the field together. How do you think that makes Trevor Lawrence feel? Think about the psychological effect that has on a young guy. Think about the effect that has on the NFL. What message does that send if Shad Khan says, bye-bye Urban Meyer right now or at the end of the season? Wow, the Jaguars really just hired a brand new coach who was a great college coach? And they're just going to let him go after one season, or maybe after 11, 12 weeks into an NFL season? They're really just going to let him go? This is supposed to be a rebuilding team. This team just came off a 1-15 season. They had the number 1 overall pick, and they're really going to let go of a guy after one season? Really? You've got to be kidding me. You can't make this stuff up. It's ridiculous. We're in the first year of a rebuild, damn it. And a lot of these guys have gotten better. And look at the plethora of injuries we've had, from DJ Chark to Jamal Agnew to Dan Arnold to Travis Etienne. Injury after injury after injury. Give the guy an opportunity. Shad Khan has owned this team since 2011. This is the first year Shad Khan had a hard look in the mirror and said to himself, I'm going to have a generational talent, and this is going to be the most important person to have ever walked into this franchise in the last 26 or 27 years that we've been a franchise. This kid is the most important person to have ever walked into this franchise. What can I do to support him? How can I build a foundation to help support this kid and to give him a prosperous and long, good career in Jacksonville and make him want to stay? Let me go and get a good support system, and that's exactly what he's doing. We all know Darrell Bevell is going to be gone after the season. Sanjay Lal, the wide receivers coach, is going to be gone after this season. Give Urban at least 2 years and Trent Baalke to acquire more talent in free agency and through the draft and build this team. This is going to be a completely different team walking into 2022 when we're healthy. Let's just say we get DJ Chark back. We acquire more talent in the draft, maybe a better offensive lineman in replace of Jawan Taylor. Let's say we get Cam Robinson back. Okay, Etienne's coming back. Even if he's a little bit of a shell of himself, that is still a huge upgrade in this offense. You go and get another weapon in the draft. You go and get another weapon, offensively speaking, in through free agency, whether that's like a Godwin or a Juju Smith or Devontae Adams or Allen Robinson. I don't know. The point is, we're in the first year of a rebuild. You give these guys time, okay? He was brought here, and so was Trent Baalke, to build and support around Trevor Lawrence. Urban's not ruining Trevor Lawrence. I hate these damn narratives, okay? Nobody's ruining Trevor. He's a rookie, and he's learning like Urban is. They're both learning on and off the field together. Now let me get into my second point. My second point would be, if the Jaguars were to let go of Urban Meyer today, or this after this season, which is not going to happen, you guys, unless Urban Meyer says he wants to go, which is clearly not the case because he's denied that reports time and time again. What is your plan, hotshot? Since you clearly know it all, what's your plan? Urban Meyer's gone. Who's going to fill the void at head coach? Is it going to be another former college guy, which would be ridiculous to even think about, from Dan Mullen, who just got fired at Florida, or Dabo Swinney, even though he has a connection with Etienne and Trevor, or Ryan Day? No, not going to happen. What about a great offensive coordinator from maybe like Kellen Moore, Joe Brady, or Byron Leftwich, or Eric Bieniemy, Josh McDaniels? The list goes on. Tell me, how many times have those guys been a head coach at the NFL level? Tell me. None. These guys have zero experience coaching at the NFL level. Not all great coordinators become great head coaches, and vice versa. Some guys are meant to be coordinators, or maybe Byron Leftwich, Eric Bieniemy, Kellen Moore, and Josh McDaniels all are a byproduct of the great talent they have around them. Now, granted, I don't actually believe that. I do think that these guys are phenomenal coordinators, but that does not mean that they're going to be great head coaches. You have to give Urban Meyer and Trent Baalke and this team some time to develop and mesh. If I was to tell you, what is a rebuilding phase? Or what does the first year of a rebuild look like? Like, give me a definition. You would probably say something along the lines like, well, a rebuilding year would, be everyone kind of learning and, meshing together, knowing each other's tendencies and, really just building a lot more continuity and chemistry together on and off the field, making slight improvements, right? That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what a lot of NFL head coaches right now have had to go through in a rebuilding phase. Now let me go through some of the list. Vic Fangio, the head coach for the Denver Broncos, went 7-9 in 2019. Then he went 5-11, and he's sitting at 6-5 right now. So he's been pretty mediocre, to say none the least. And he's in year 3. But right now they're above 500. Matt Rule, Carolina's head coach, who was phenomenal rebuilding Temple's football program and being a great coach at Baylor University, went 5-11 in 2020, and he's sitting at 5-7 right now. Carolina's head coach. Granted, Christian McCaffrey's had a lot of injuries the last 2 seasons, but the record speaks for itself. How about Arizona's Cliff Kingsbury? When he was bought out from USC, Arizona paid USC $150,000 to buy out his contract and brought him here to the NFL to coach. In 2019, his first season, he went 5-10. Then he went 8-8, and they're sitting at 9-2 right now. And you know what they did? When Kyler Murray had 20 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, I believe his rookie season, was the number 1 overall pick. Heading into 2020, they went and got the best wide receiver in the NFL, who I believe is DeAndre Hopkins, okay? And they built around them. They went 8-8, and like I said, now they went 9-2, one of the best teams in the NFC right now. Phenomenal job. You got to give guys time. Urban Meyer has now had an opportunity to prove to you guys that he can be a long-term coach or a short-term coach. You have to give him that opportunity. It hasn't even been a year. You haven't even given him a full season, and he's a rookie. Come on, you guys. It's common sense. And the last thing I want to say about Urban Meyer before I kind of wrap up this video is, I see a lot of people saying that he doesn't take a lot of ownership of this team, or, he kind of just lets the other coaches coach and, he kind of just does his thing. Well, how about you think about it like this in this perspective, right? When other coaches are micromanaging you, maybe the defensive line or a certain player, even though he might not, know exactly what's going on with that specific play and that specific player, what he's alluding to the fact is that he's the rookie, right? Everybody else on this coaching staff has been at the NFL level. The reason he did not bring a offensive and defensive coordinator from the college level to come coach with him in the NFL is because he's the one that has to learn the NFL game. So he's going to allow those guys to do some of the coaching, to do a lot of the majority of the coaching so that he can learn from them, right? Even though he's learning on the daily basis, maybe next offseason he goes, damn, now that Bevel and Sanjay Lal are gone, obviously I'll find a new offensive coordinator. Hopefully it's one of these guys I talked about. But now I understand, now that I've had a year under my belt to learn and I've acquired more talent, now what I can do is I can take more ownership of this team. I can take more of an onus on specific plays or players or whatever the case may be. Urban's not calling these plays. Urban's not, dictating Carlos Hyde being in there on a 2-minute drive versus the Atlanta Falcons. Granted, he should have, had James Robinson, but the whole point of this year is a rebuilding year. We're supposed to learn together. I don't care if the Jags lose out the rest of the season. Obviously, I want to win games just as much as you guys do, but it's a rebuilding year, okay? If the Jags win 3 more games this year, that doesn't change anything. It's a rebuilding year. Next year, we can reevaluate, keep progressing, and then we can readdress this topic if need be. But I want Urban Meyer to be the coach of this team, not just this season, but moving forward until proven otherwise. And I'm sorry, Jaguar fans, if you guys disagree. You're entitled to your own opinions, but I think you're absolutely wrong. But we all have our own opinions, and that is fine. Jaguar fans, please, I would love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. And if you guys enjoy the content, make sure you guys like, turn on notifications, and hit the subscribe bell to stay tuned for more Jacksonville Jaguars and NBA content that I do here on YouTube. Go Jaguars and go Urban Meyer.